Hey everybody, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Been going through some personal stuff, not gonna go into any details there. Want to keep it off social media. Don't want to be one of those guys who dumps all of his problems all over the internet, so you're not gonna hear anything else about it. However, after the Charlottesville incident, now if you don't know what's happening, please come out of your cave or out from underneath your rock or wherever you've been. Google search Charlottesville and you will find all the information you need. I'm not gonna specifically talk about the events there, whether it be the protest, the counter-protest, or the vehicular incident. I want to specifically reference something that I've noticed for quite some time, and I'd like to go into a little detail about. So let's get into it. I saw a tweet from Jeff Holiday the day of the incident. He said, "This is the moment where the alt-right lost forever." He's not wrong. However, he's forgetting something very important. This whole fight against social justice and all this anti-free speech rhetoric getting thrown around, which is funny, anti-free speech rhetoric, but that's beside the point. We all lost that moment. And if we didn't lose, it made our battle a whole lot harder. It was uphill before, well now it's a mountain climb. And here's why. I know it's easy to point and laugh at the stupid shit the social justice warriors say, but they're not all as dumb as we portray them to be. You cannot be an idiot, well, not a complete idiot, and get to speak in front of the UN. You cannot be an idiot and be advisors to politicians, and in some cases actually be politicians. What the social justice crowd, or what I like to call the anti-free speech crowd, have been doing for some time is playing a very elaborate game of chess. Follow along. It starts with finding a group that everybody hates. For instance, Nazis. Then you find a group that is very reminiscent of Nazis. For instance, the alt-right. And that's when the game of chess starts. Once you have your group like the alt-right, you need to define a term to set them apart from the normal people, the good people, or in their eyes, the social justice crowd. You use a term like hate speech, so loosely defined that anybody who disagrees with you and your noble cause for the minorities will fall into the category of speaking hate speech. You make something as broad as hate speech defined as racism, and then you change the definition of racism to make it so that white people can't experience racism. Then you take every single group you disagree with, that disagrees with you, and you group them in under this catch-all term, this group of the alt-right. And then you take your ultimate devil, in this case, our current president. You make him the reason for the alt-right, and piece by piece falls into place. Come up with an idea that there should be a hate speech exemption to free speech laws. Then you're ready for your move. All it takes is enough popular support to take away the rights of these so-called Nazis. I did a guest video for Omega a while back, going into a little bit more detail about how the social justice crowd can group just about anybody they want into the alt-right. I'll link it in the description. I know a lot of what I've been citing today are blog posts and opinion-based articles. But do you know why we have freedom of the press? So that we can speak our mind to make a change in the world. And since Charlottesville, I don't like the way the winds are changing. As much as I despise guys like the alt-right or real, legitimate Nazis, not just Nazi cosplayers, we have to stick up for their rights to say all the dumb shit they want to say. Because it's not just the Nazis' rights that they will come after. These are our rights. Our right to free speech. So back to my original point, I like Jeff. Funny guy. Always come away from a conversation with Jeff better than when I entered it. But when he said that it was the moment the alt-right lost forever, that was the moment a lot of us lost forever. Keep on fighting. Stick up for those rights, guys. Because I'd hate to see an alt-right inquisition. And I don't want this chess game to come out victorious against free speech. As always, have a nice day.